welcome back to another agility vlog. This one's a little bit different because I just spent literally the past 2 weeks lying sick in bed, dying. So we're a bit off our groove. So this one's gonna be us getting back in the game. So we're gonna start off with a few jump grids and plyometric exercises, and then we're gonna progress to objective number 3, which is showing him different situations after the dog walk. Let's see how it goes.
To start things off, we always go through our warm-up routine to get his body ready for the activity that is to come. This is a part of our training I never miss. And then we moved on to doing our jumping grids. As I mentioned, while I was sick, I obviously wasn't able to do any agility, so Ponyo spent his days hiking with my mom, and I managed to get a couple of strength training sessions in there. But since he hasn't done any sprinting or full agility recently, I didn't want to just jump straight into running sequences again. So today we started with some grid work to ease his body back into the explosive movement that the sport requires. And next on the agenda was showing him different situations after the dog walk. First off, we started off with showing him a different jump angle. He's much more used to seeing the front face of the jump and not seeing it from the side. So I started off with back chaining it without the dog walk there at all, and just sending him from after the dog walk. And then I started slowly sending him on from the down plank until finally completing the entire dog walk. His hits were really consistent with this whole exercise, so I decided to make the situation a little bit harder for him by layering in another jump that was facing him head on. Normally in every single competition he would obviously choose the jump that was facing him head on, but in this situation the task was much easier for him since the front facing jump was pushed slightly off to the side, and he got rewarded for taking the threadle slice the past couple of times, so the task was really clear and he got the hits no problem. So then to finish our training session off, I introduced him to a blind cross after the dog walk, and I started off by making late blind crosses at least like 3 times, and then I was like, hold up, I need to change the situation. He doesn't have enough space, and the timing of my handling was completely off, which was making the situation kind of dangerous. So I decided to send him down the entire dog walk so that I could be further ahead and actually make the blind cross on time. And that way I wasn't actually in his way, so it made the situation easier and he could actually focus on hitting the target himself. This was more difficult for him. He was in a rush, so his normal striding pattern didn't quite work out. So it took him a couple of tries, but he got it perfectly in the end, which I was super happy on, and that's what we finished the training session with. Thank you!